The BBMP has taken a heartwarming decision about feeding the community animals in Bengaluru. It's heartwarming to see that the administration acknowledges that dogs are also equal stakeholders in building a compassionate, kind Bengaluru, as much as the people living in Bengaluru. I think every other city and town should take this approach of being kind and compassionate in their policies that they frame. While BBMP plans to feed dogs that are in Bengaluru, there are almost more than 3 lakh dogs in Bengaluru. A section of people feel uh, the dogs should be taken away from the city and should be put in shelter homes in some places. But that is not a very scientific decision. Like the Delhi Chief Minister said, we have to make Delhi dog free, so we should remove all of them and should put them in shelter homes. That is not a very scientific way to go about it. The dogs also, because they act like scavengers, because India has a huge garbage dumping problem. People dump garbages in street corners. A lot of times these dogs act like scavengers, and a lot of disease do get curbed because of that. That is not something humans also should be doing. That is not something the dogs should do to survive. When dogs do not have enough food, they also get into the pack mentality, and it also gives rise to aggression because of lack of enough food. The aggression in dogs is generally because they do not have enough food to eat. So feeding the dogs will lead to reduction in the aggression among these dogs. 1. 2, whenever there are dogs in a vicinity, the crime rate of that area goes down drastically, generally because these dogs act like vigilance teams. We have also seen multiple instances of women being helped while they are in distress, while they are being attacked by men, by these indie dogs. Indie dogs are very resilient, and they're very strong breed, and they can survive Indian summers and monsoons much better than all these imported dog breeds. Having said that, while people talk about dog aggression, there is also a solution to it. One is, of course, feeding the dogs. The other one is vaccination and sterilization of these dogs. The dog feeding community of Bengaluru, the dog rescuing community of Bengaluru, which is a big community, they say BBMP does a fairly good job of sterilization and vaccination of these dogs. There is also vaccination available for people, which is a pre-bite vaccination. I wish the governments in India makes it free for everybody. It costs about 500 rupees, and it is good for all of the people to have these vaccinations. While people say that the dogs do not belong on the streets, I totally agree. They belong in everybody's homes. Unfortunately, we do not adopt these dogs. One of the biggest tragedies of indie dogs is the female puppies get dumped on the roads. That's the kindest thing that these people do to these dogs. They are usually brutally killed at birth or when they're a few weeks old or a few months old. Indian dogs need more kindness, more compassion from us towards them. So yes, the indie dog's place is in our homes. Adopt them. So that will reduce the problem of stray dogs in Bengaluru in India.